Ladies and gentlemen, now for your official introduction, the fighter fighting out of the blue corner is 24, stands 5'6". He fights out of Aspire and hails from Liverpool, Ali Sohaiki. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner is 26, stands 5'6". He fights out of the unit MMA and hails from Roseau, Ryann, One Punch Parkin. Your referee, Mr. Liam Khan.
We roll on, ladies and gentlemen. Fight number 21, Ali Sohaiki fighting out of the blue corner in the Pitbull West Coast shorts, representing Aspire MMA, taking on Ryann Parkin in the black Venom compression shorts. The unit man, 2-1 for the man in the red corner, 3-3 for the Aspire prospect. So we have a little bit of experience in the cage this time. It opens straight away with a head kick. There's Ryann Parkin.
Yeah, well, we know these guys from the unit love to come out throwing kicks. And there's a nice takedown from Sohaiki. Sohaiki, of course, training out of Aspire under Dean Garnett. And we know how well-rounded all those guys are coming out of Dean's gym, and always in great shape as well.
Yeah, an incredible amateur team that Dean Garnett and crew have put together there. Parkin, though, was doing everything in his power to keep that back up against the cage. Sohaiki not going to have it.
Yeah, he was getting that takedown one way or another. And let's see what he can do here in the open guard. He's gonna have to watch the legs.
Absolutely. Again, we've seen very few fighters tonight that are happy just to lock down and hope for somebody to stand it up. They've been very busy and active in bad positions off their back. You see them trying to get that feet on the hips, trying to push away, but Sohaiki wise to that.
We've also seen guys from predominantly kickboxing gyms come out and get submissions. We've seen guys from renowned grappling gyms get submitted. So there's a little bit of everything in the action tonight. And that's why we love MMA, right? You can never say for sure what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Makes it the greatest sport in the world.
Sohaiki really, really going to town on the wrestling side of things here.
Parkin doing well with that nice wide base, and every chance he gets, he starts to chip away, throws those little shots, but again, Sohaiki be able to put his man down. But again, just like last time, Parkin uses that head pressure, really puts tons of pressure down on that head, tries to get his back to the cage. Sohaiki wise to that now. But Parkin, again, 1 foot on hip, now looking to bring the guard up nice and high.
Some great cornering from a member of the audience here, and the crowd just said, punch him.
Ah, well, I don't know why they hadn't thought of that.
The next Greg Jackson, clearly.
Surely for us, Sohaiki with pithy insights like punch him.
Sohaiki just riding out this top position here.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to work, but Parkin is not letting him get what he wants. Now looking for that arm.
Yeah, he's not. The arm's well clear by that point. But with the final few seconds of the round, neither of these guys is going to want to take any massive risks. And it was Sohaiki on the offense there with the wrestling, but still, a fair stalemate of a round, I would say.
Yeah.
One guy didn't come out of that looking like they were running away with this fight by any stretch of the imagination. So still very much everything to play for, I think, as we go into the second and third. What Ryann Parkin's going to do is figure out a way to get out from underneath his man.
Yeah, and the thing is, he wasn't complacent off his back. He kept trying to get the feet onto the hips, kept trying to get the butterflies in if he could. He kept himself from absorbing any real damage, any real shots, because he tried to remain busy off his back and kept Ali Sohaiki honest. The seconds are about to clear. We'll see if either young fighter looks to change up something just a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be great to get an ear into the corners there, because Dean Garnett was just constant instruction. So I'm really interested to see what he wants Sohaiki to change in terms of his approach in the second round. Looking for the big left hand there was Ryann Parkin to punch his way in.
Sohaiki with that overhook.
Parkin being the aggressor against the cage now, though, so maybe Parkin's corner want him to get top position in this round.
Now we have that grapple up against the cage. Each man jockeying for position.
Oh, he's going to get turned here if he's not careful.
Well spotted. Used that underhook well.
Yeah, we saw him display a good base in the first round, but eventually did succumb to the takedown, but still seems pretty intent on putting Ali Sohaiki onto the cage. This round does Ryann Parkin.
Yeah, and as he tries to land with that overhand right, it gives Ali Sohaiki every opportunity to turn his man back into the cage. He's now reaching under. Is he going to try and clasp those hands together for the double? Good wide base.
Yeah, I mean,
but
without doing the splits, that's about as low as you can go. But Sohaiki relentless and able to drag the legs close together, close the base, and get the takedown. And he's got the legs locked up as well. This is a bad spot if Sohaiki can advance now.
Ah, Habib, thank you ever so much.
Double butterflies here from Ryann Parkin. He can use this to create a sweep situation here. Just the one butterfly now. One on the hip. Closes the guard now, there's Parkin.
I think Parkin feels something that he likes, because you can see he's constantly trying to get in that position to bring the legs up. Does he think the man's right for a triangle, or?
Yeah, look, it's worked against wrestlers before, it'll work against wrestlers again, and that's certainly what Ali Sohaiki is trying to do here. He's trying to use that wrestling to dominate his man and just sap the energy out of him.
No quitting Parkin, though. Again, he gets that good heavy head pressure, forces, but he's pushing down on a man that's trying to keep him down. Isn't that going to keep you further down?
Parkin's doing a lot here, but it's all defensive work.
Yeah.
And, as we've talked about earlier in the evening, Steve, the defensive work is not what the judges are looking for in terms of scoring.
Absolutely. You might be stopping your opponent from doing anything spectacular or landing those big telling shots, but you're still being controlled. You're still in a position where you don't want to be, and the judges can see that.
And Sohaiki here, he needs to put a stamp on these positions, though. He needs to find space for some ground and pound here.
And again, it's just solid defensive work from the man on the bottom. And again, every opportunity he gets, he tries to chip away, but it's very difficult to win a fight with strikes from your back.
It's interesting. A lot of people have different views on whether you want to see more stand-ups or fewer stand-ups, and I'm quite surprised here that the referee has left these guys as long as he has in these situations. But with that said, we're seeing some high-level grappling exchanges here. And
yeah, it's not like they're not working; they're just canceling each other out as each of them looks to try and get a position. I'm happy without the stand-ups. If somebody is lying head in the middle of the chest, doing nothing, yeah, get them back up. But if one of them is working for something.
And I think that's often a misconception as well. Just because a guy's not punching doesn't mean they're not working.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing these grappling exchanges here, which is why the referee is leaving them down on the feet. Sometimes in amateur MMA you do see quicker stand-ups than you do in pro, just because it's quicker rounds and they're trying to initiate action. But look, I'm an old school Vale Tudo guy. That's what I started watching, so I'm happy for stand-ups to be a thing of the past. Probably leave the headbutts and
yeah,
stuff.
well, yeah, the headbutts perhaps, but hey.
Oh, Sohaiki looking to let the hands go here in the third round.
Again, knee up the middle though from Parkin. Parkin started the round quite well, but Ali Sohaiki straight in.
That knee up the middle just gave Sohaiki exactly the entry point he needed, and this is not where Ryann Parkin wants to be.
No. Ali Sohaiki has shown that he is quite happy to do this grind, to put in this work, to get his opponents back to the canvas. It's not getting there with an instant takedown, but he just grinds the man flat. And you can see how hard both young men are working. And again, chipping away, Parkin at the bottom. He's going to keep Sohaiki honest. You can't just stay there and let him punch you in the face as you're trying to get position.
You know, especially as the fight wears on and in close fights, you know, you can get a reaction from those shots. You're not hurting anyone. You're not doing any damage. And, you know, certainly, you know, the judges aren't saying these are fight-altering shots. But if you can frustrate a guy into making that mistake so you can get that position, we're seeing here with the armbar locked in. Arm. This is very close. Parkin trying to get the extension here. Sohaiki has still got his arm in. He's not freed it from the fulcrum point.
No, this is a dangerous, dangerous position. And
Sohaiki trying to use his feet to push on the face of Parkin here to relieve some pressure, and he's done it.
Well, that's a great bit of defense, but is he going to end up in bottom?
And now we're going to see what Ryann Parkin can do from top position.
He's not got a lot of time left to work. So he's going to have to stay busy here.
Yeah, this is something we've seen in the past, Steve. Wrestlers who've, you know, been chasing takedowns constantly for 3 rounds. They get put on the bottom and there's not much left in the gas tank. Can Ryann Parkin do something spectacular here? He's already had that armbar attempt. He's looking for the rear naked choke.
Yeah, he's on the back. He had one hook in.
Tough to see what kind of grip he's got here, if he's under the chin or not.
Good hand fighting from Ali Sohaiki, though. But again, on the bottom.
He's got the hooks in, and again, trying to thread that arm round under the neck.
Could be the most... Oh, nice work from Sohaiki to sit back up into it, though. He's going to have to get ripped back down by Ryann Parkin. 10 seconds left, and you'd think it's now just time to unleash hell for 10 seconds if you're a Parkin.
Yeah, let's see one of those Sakuraba style around the guard punches. A strong finish to that 3rd round from Ryann Parkin. I mean, you know, is it going to be enough based on the previous 2 rounds? Who knows, but he came very close with that armbar. That was fully extended at one point. It was a matter of a couple of inches there. And a strong finish from the unit MMA man.
Yeah, it was
some high level wrestling from Ali Sohaiki.
He was always in it. And when he managed to get that top position, he held it, but couldn't get the finish in, and it's all gonna come down to how the judges looked at the first 2 rounds, the control time and the...
You know, this is another fight, Steve, where whoever gets their hand raised, both teams are going to have some great stuff to go and look back on Monday morning in the gym, and some nice building blocks here.
The cage, please. Fighters to the center of the cage.
Mr. Safkan's about to make this the final fight of our prelims official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges score this in favor of your winner. In the blue corner, Ali Sohaiki. Please show your appreciation for Ryann Parkin. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a 15-minute interval. 15-minute interval. Thank you.